Upwork has done a good thing. Unlike before, that you send out a proposal and you have absolutely no idea what went well or what went wrong with the proposal. So as a freelancer, always go back to check the proposals you've sent, check the ones that are viewed by the clients, the ones that are not viewed by the client. For example, you can send 7 proposals on Upwork and just 3 out of the 7 proposals ultimately get viewed by the client. Probably you've observed that, and that's why you're watching this video. Why are your proposals not getting viewed on Upwork? That is what I'll be treating in this video. My name is Sunday Abegunde, a top-rated Upwork freelancer. I have made thousands of dollars from Upwork. I'm here to help you achieve a better result with your Upwork career. If your proposals don't get viewed, how can you get hired? So sometimes some of you are sending out proposals that are not even viewed at all. So if the proposals are not viewed, how will you get hired? Let's dig into the problem so we might be able to re-engineer how you interact on Upwork to ensure that your proposals are getting viewed. Sometimes the problem on Upwork is not your proposal itself. The problem is that the proposals are not being viewed. So you are improving your proposals, you're adding more samples and all that, and these proposals are not even being viewed. So there's no way the client would hire you. The client does not even see the proposal. So let's all understand, why are these proposals not being viewed? So some people believe that Upwork deliberately reduce the organic view of your proposals so that you can be compelled to buy more connects and spend exorbitantly bidding for jobs on Upwork. I don't think it is necessarily accurate to assume that. So why are fewer of your Upwork proposals being viewed? Number one, many clients post jobs on Upwork and they don't come back to hire anyone. Why on earth do clients do this? I don't know. Number two, some clients post jobs on Upwork. Then after posting the jobs on Upwork, they change their mind about the project. They don't need the project again and they are too lazy or just don't remember to come back to Upwork to cancel the job. So you send proposal for those kind of jobs and it is not viewed, and then you are counting that, okay, I've sent one proposal. That one proposal, if it's not viewed, there's no way it will get you hired. Number three, some clients actually found alternative means of hiring. So some clients are so curious to get the job done, they need a data analyst right now. So they post the same job on Upwork, they post that same job on Fiverr, they post that same job on Freelancer and a couple of other platforms. And once they get a client, maybe on any of the other platforms and not on Upwork, they have hired the person and gone on with the project, and your proposal will not necessarily even be viewed by that client. So it's not your fault in that context. We would get to the solution. Number four, some clients really want to hire but are not satisfied with the quality of proposals they get. You know, it's a common habit on Upwork platform, especially by beginners. I shy away from giving out proposal template to my Upwork buddies because I seldom use the same proposal pattern for 2 different jobs. It's unique for every single job based on what the client has written in the job description and my perspective of the client. There was a time I needed Fiverr freelancers to create a fillable PDF for a page of a brochure I designed. Most freelancers didn't seem to understand my request. Some were telling me about how they could design PDF very well. No, I am not asking for somebody to design the PDF. I have designed it. I need somebody to create the fillable PDF and attach it to that. So I think many of them found it difficult. I ended up taking the time to learn how to do it myself. So another reason why your proposals are not getting viewed, there are people out there mischievously using Upwork as a research tool rather than hire someone. Some freelancers do this to see Upwork from client's perspective. Yeah, I love the idea of seeing Upwork from client's perspective. You can actually hire other freelancers, which should help you see Upwork from the client's perspective and help you interact with clients better. But I don't recommend that you use proposals that other freelancers sent to you to bid for a job. It's not best, it's not ethical, it's extremely unprofessional. Before we move on to the next one, if you find this video resourceful, please hit the like button, and if you are new here, please subscribe to this channel. That way, it's a win-win for you and I. You learn more about Upwork for free, and then you are supporting what I'm doing right here. So this next one is very, very important. If your profile header does not portray you as someone who can do the job, your proposal will likely not get viewed at all, because clients can see your profile headline even before opening your proposal. So that's why if your profile headline is already contradicting, maybe like the job is a video editing job and then your profile headline is saying English teacher, your profile headline is saying data analyst, and then you're applying for a video editing job, you can see that there is a deep contrast. So most clients would not even bother opening your proposal. So those proposals will not even get viewed at all, let alone you getting hired. You need to ensure that your headline is relevant. I once made this mistake myself. I have one of my profiles that is for video editing. So I mistakenly used my specialized profile for video editing to apply for a ghostwriting job. So I'm very sure the client must have been confused, like, why is a video editor applying for a ghostwriting job? So you don't want to be in that place, even if you have multiple skills like myself, but you want to push just one thing forward at a time. So number 7 reason why your proposals are not getting viewed at all, let alone you getting hired, is because you are probably applying to jobs that already have 50 plus proposals on them, or too many proposals on them before you send your own proposal. Personally, I'm not saying this is a rule. This is not a law. This is not a rule in freelancing. If I say that a job was posted 5 minutes ago and then it already has 20 proposals on it, that job is too competitive for my liking. Most times I let it slide. Occasionally I would join the competition because I believe I'm good enough to get the job, but most times I just let that slide and look for a less competitive job, so I don't waste my connect. Because if 50 people are bidding for that job, there's a very high likelihood that maybe 10 are also very good like yourself. So if the client has seen maybe 1, 2 or 3 of those persons before you, there's a high likelihood that the client might already have discussions ongoing with them already or something. Just my own perspective. This is not a law or rule in freelancing. I just don't like wasting connect. As a beginner in freelancing, I would advise you not to apply for works that have beyond 20 proposals already on them. In a video I would attach here, I teach how to use filter to ensure that you get those kind of jobs that have less proposals on them, so they are less competitive jobs. So now that we understand why your proposals are not getting viewed on Upwork, let's discuss the solutions. So here are the tips for freelancers to avoid that situation. Number 1, it's best that your requested fee is not too far above or too far below the client's budget. If you pay for the Upwork membership, you would get to see the client's budget for the project before you even apply, and this puts you at a competitive advantage over other people. So when client post jobs, they can see your proposed rate for the job even before opening your proposal. So if your proposed rate is not making sense to the prospective client, they won't even bother opening your proposal. So for example, a client who intends to spend just $50 on a project can see that your own proposal is saying you will do that job for $1,000. That client may not even bother to open your proposal at all. So number 2, the second thing you can do to ensure that your proposals are getting viewed is based on relevance. Ensure that you read through the job thoroughly and then you understand the job before you apply. Make sure that your profile match the job that you're applying for, and infuse keywords on your profile to help the Upwork algorithm match your profile to the work, so it would rank you higher on the list that it shows to the client, because it believes that the job that you're applying for is more associated with you based on your profile than maybe every other person that's applying for that job. So for example, let's say your profile say TikTok videos editor, and then maybe like 50 other people applied for that same job and they are just video editors, and this client wants a TikTok video editor. You can see that you stand out among the other editors. The algorithm is going to push your application higher, although not above those who boosted their proposals with paid connects. So another way to ensure that your proposals are always getting viewed is to ensure that you maintain a high JSS score, that you have a very good JSS score. A good JSS score is maybe like 85% above. To be eligible for top rated plus, like 90% above. Let's benchmark 90% above as a good JSS score, and this is achievable. If you're having issues with your JSS score, there is a specific video made to address that on this channel. I'll put it in the description below. video so you can watch it and understand how to maintain a good JSS or get one. And even if you already have a bad JSS, how to overturn that. I think I once had 75% JSS at some point in my Upwork journey, and now I've had 100% since God knows when. It has been on 100% and remains on 100%. So another way to ensure that your proposals get viewed is, before you apply for a job, always check the client rating. Yes, there is client rating. So you need to check the ratings of the client, the reviews of other freelancers on the client. If you see a client whose overall review is like, say, 2 stars out of 5 stars, you might want to be careful about applying for that job. You don't just waste your connect or end up having bad experience. It's not even bad experiences we are talking about. If the client has no rating, is not payment verified and all, there's a likelihood that that may not even be a real client. If you use your connect to send out proposals to those kind of clients more, there's a high likelihood that many of your proposals may not be viewed at all. So now let's look at the last solution here, and that is for you to customize your proposal to match the specific needs of your prospective clients on Upwork. So the Upwork algorithm will rank you higher on the client review list, since it will appear more relevant as the best fit for the client. So yeah, my final thoughts. It's the normal part of freelance process. So sometimes be in this situation of not having your proposal being viewed at all. It's important to be selective about the job you apply for. Then please hit the like button if you've not. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe so you can get more resourceful content from me. I'll see you in the next one.